Let's talk about how to fit in and make friends at your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Academy. The reason I'm making this video is because when I graduated high school, I had like maybe one-ish real friend at that point in time, and I was now an adult and I actually was taking a sabbatical. Basically, I wasn't going to college, and long story short, I didn't have any friends, and I needed to make some friends. So, the only place where I had interactions regularly with people was Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class. And I was 17 at the time, and I was training at a gym where there weren't a lot of other younger people. Most of them were kind of working age adults. But honestly, that's one of the unique and cool things about jiu-jitsu is you can sort of cut through a lot of the lines that normally divide people. For example, traditionally, a Dr. Pepper merchandiser, someone who put soda out on the shelves, would generally not be talking to a surgeon as if they were equals about any subject whatsoever because of the age difference, because of the socioeconomic difference, because of the education, all this stuff. But on the jiu-jitsu mat, we had this common thing to talk about. We were both white belts, and because of that, we were friends. And I didn't quite realize at the time the difference between, an adult friendship and more of a, youth type friendship. But it doesn't come naturally, and it doesn't come on the first few days or weeks of class. Oftentimes people can feel a little bit out of place, honestly a lot of bit out of place, because not only is it this new environment where you're trying to learn this very difficult skill of how to grapple people, and you're uncomfortable and you're learning these new moves and you're pushing yourself mentally and physically, you're also in a space where everybody seems to know each other and everybody seems to be really good friends, and it's very tempting to want to just jump right in and be a part of the group, and it may feel a little bit ostracizing if you're like, sort of on the outside looking in. But how can you fit in? First of all, literally show up consistently and do all the basic things. And it seems like kind of simple that I have to say this, but truthfully, the advanced people are advanced not because they do crazy advanced things, but it's because they never don't do the basics. They do the basics every single time. And you can apply this in your jiu-jitsu technique, and you can apply this when it comes to fitting in and making friends and, generally being a sociable person. So the basics of being a sociable person: show up on time, prepared to class with a good attitude, and have fun, and then don't make a mess, and then clean when you're done. And basically, as long as you at least like acknowledge somebody, say hi, and maybe remember their name. Bonus points if you have like a 1 or 2 sentence like interaction with them about how they're going, or like, oh, here's a super easy shortcut. Y'all guys are doing a common activity together, jiu-jitsu. You can say, oh man, when I was working on this technique the other day, or I noticed this, that, the other, and like that's literally how you make friends. You just do that like again and again and again. And honestly, oh, there's a little branch in the way. Sorry, I'm up in a tree right now. If you stick to the end of the video, I'll show you where I'm at. It's actually quite a beautiful view up here. But let's finish with how to fit in. The thing about jiu-jitsu, and this is something that's different from most other places you're going to meet friends, it's a very hard thing, and so people self-select. So all the weenies and all the people who basically can't handle getting choked out or choking somebody else out or like physically exerting themselves, all those people leave out the door and they don't come back. And that's one of the reasons why you can feel maybe like you're not fitting in at first, because honestly, the upper belts and even the veteran white belts are waiting to see if you're going to drop out or if you're going to stick around or not. Because a lot of people just don't like it, or they can't hang, or the gym's not the right fit for them, or whatever the reason is, they don't stick in the gym. There's a huge, huge retention problem in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But if you can sort of do all the basic things of being a nice person, you can show up on time and have these casual interactions with people about jiu-jitsu, and then eventually you can just talk about like your personal life, and then maybe once hang out with someone before jiu-jitsu class and then carpool to jiu-jitsu class, and then basically you already have a friend. And at that point, if you don't know how to continue to talk to people from there, I don't know how many videos I can make for you. But truthfully, jiu-jitsu has become a really core part of my social group, and I prefer it that way, because if I know somebody through jiu-jitsu, I kind of like, oh, you're pretty cool. Like, there's a lot of things that we already can like vibe on that, I can't talk to regular people about, oh, so the other day when I was choking somebody or they were choking me, it's it's weird to them. But to me, it's like, no, like, this is like more of an everyday kind of ordinary thing that I want to talk about and like understand, details behind. So those types of people are my types of people. I just want to wrap this video up by showing you guys where I'm at and saying, if you don't have any friends in the jiu-jitsu gym, you can be my friend by watching these videos, and we can do cool things together. Well, you can't do them with me, you're gonna watch me do them. Like climb up in a tree. It's pretty cool. It's not that high up, I don't know, like 10-15 feet, but it's overlooking this river. I don't know. I was filming these videos in my car, but the scenery wasn't that good, and I started like finding these parks. I was climbing these trees anyways, so I figured why not start filming videos. And the thing is the click-through rate seemed to be much higher. Maybe because people were wondering, who is this fool up in a tree making videos about jiu-jitsu? But it's me, Christopher Carpenter, and you already know what I'm about to say. Leave me comments to support the channel, because that is how I make videos. That's how I get ideas. Thank you for watching. Peace.